Hello everyone and welcome back to the chassis series with the Centurions. Yes, I'm going to get this out of the way first. I didn't do very well on the AL. I did try, honestly I did guys, but I'm sorry to say I just couldn't get anywhere with it. But don't let that take away from the fact that the AL is not a bad chassis. The AL is a more heavily focused energy variant with a couple of missile slots to back it up. Now, within the lore, it was pretty much designed to keep the ammo dependency down for the mech and allow it to remain in the field a lot longer, which was handy for, you know, factions like Davian and the such, who favoured a lot of ammo-dependent mechs, which meant they would sometimes have to either rely on repair and refit trucks and other facilities to keep their mechs in the fight. So mechs like this were useful for them to sort of stay on the field a little bit longer than they usually could. Now the AL in MechWarrior Online is 4 energy and 2 missile with 1 AMS slot. Now the AMS seems to be on every mech these days, but the 4 energy is split between the CT and I believe the right arm. And in its default loadout, you know, it's not bad. It replaces the AC-10 with a large laser, and you've got some backup lasers to go in there as well, so the heat isn't too bad. Because of the change in weaponry, the mech actually has slightly more armor and some extra heat sinks to deal with the energy load. And this also means it's the only Centurion variant that has no ballistics. As such, it was actually kind of popular, as I remember, for a time. There were some pretty nasty energy-based builds of the Centurion 9 AL, but I think most people tend to fall back on the old ballistic setup, especially things like the AH, which can give you some great striker capability. This one can become a Romero mech, and it can lose its right arm and its left arm, and it can still do some pretty decent damage if you swap out the standard missiles that come with it, the LRMs, and obviously go for SRMs instead. You can turn it into another pretty straightforward striker mech. The missiles are all loaded into the left torso, which is the same across the Centurion variants anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. As long as you're not running an XL engine, yeah, you can still keep in the fight generally quite well. However, I don't know if I'd recommend it over the others. There's just something about the ballistics capability of the other Centurions out there that, I don't know, kind of, I don't know, it just, the energy thing just didn't work for me with this variant. And maybe that was the reason that I did so badly. I was too used to having that sort of punch with the ballistics right arm and being able to use its other weapons to support. And because this one was such a departure from the standard, I just couldn't get into the groove with it. As I said, isn't to say it's a bad one. It's not one I'd recommend if you were going to master them personally. But if you do like your energy builds, this isn't a bad choice. It can be built into numerous things, pulse builds, you know, stick a PPC in there if you really want to. It still has all the benefits of any other Centurion chassis, which means the left arm is just a shield arm, and it does have that zombie capability if you do want to rebuild it to be a type of fast-moving striking mech, as I said, similar to the AH, just with energy weapons instead of ballistics. So, you know, let me know. Do you think the AH and the D do a better job, or do you think the AL is just as competitive? I'm not convinced of it yet. I'll probably play around with it a bit more in the future and see what it's like. So, yeah, that's my opinion on the AL, and yeah, that's just about it. That's all I got for that one. Sorry, as I said, sorry about the video. Not like being as not me actually doing as well as I could have. So, hopefully the D, I'll do better. So have a good one, everyone. Thanks for watching. It's Critical Rocket signing out. There'll be an edit that goes to the results screen in a bit, so don't worry about the jarriness of it. Signing out. Bye.